What is up?
Not much. Not much.
Got a boyfriend?
What's that?
Did you ask anybody if they had a boyfriend today?
Yeah. It's all a bunch I wanted to ask.
Yeah. Didn't try it out though?
No. I just had a feeling it was a different class of people.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of classy people, I'd like to welcome everybody to another episode of The Commute.
Where I will be your driver.
And I will be your passenger. So back in 1997, a shipping container carrying 4.8 million Lego pieces fell into the sea. Okay? Roughly 20 miles from Land's End. Let's see, this is a story coming out of Cornwall, UK. 17 years later, the tide is still washing loads of Lego pieces onto the beaches around Cornwall. There's also been discoveries of Legos in Devon, Ireland, and Wales. The container ship carrying the Legos, the Tokyo Express, was hit by a wave described by its captain as a once-in-a-100-year phenomenon. It's like a giant wave that comes and washes you over. Ironically, many of the Lego pieces were nautical-themed from the Aquazone line. So for years, children and adults have been combing the Cornwall coast in search of little plastic bricks to wash up on shore. They even created a Facebook page for it called Lego Lost at Sea. So since 97, the pieces could have drifted, they say, 62,000 miles. That's only 24,000 miles around the equator. So they said these could be on any beach in the world, these Lego pieces. They have, let's see, Lego, so this one lady who runs the Facebook page, she helps clean the beach, like that's her thing, you know, make a clean beach, and she picks up all the Lego pieces that she finds. She says she was lucky enough to find 2 dragons that are just 2 of 33,941 dragons that drowned in the mishap. So, let's see, the epic Lego Shipwreck is also providing a lot of insight into the movement of ocean currents and tides. They say, you know, just because something's on the bottom of the ocean doesn't mean it stays there forever. And you can't see tides. Even with this, you could see where, you know where it started, you can see where it ended up, you know, and you could do your research from there.
Right.
One beach in Australia, Lego pieces have been washing up on shore. And they said, there's no way to tell for sure if it's from that.
Yeah.
You know, they're the nautical themed ones, you know, that went down with the ship, but still you just don't know. But they said you know, anytime they find them, they want people to go on the Facebook page, say where you found them, so maybe help them with currents. They said the other thing is, even though it's cool and fun, their concern is that there's 4 million pieces of plastic floating around in the ocean, you know, just washing around, doing its thing. But that would be cool. I want to search for Lego pieces now when I go to the beach. Yeah?
You're not going to pick them up with your metal detector?
No, that's what I was going to say. I'm going to have to get a plastic detector. You know? Find one of those.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty neat. South Carolina man claims that he has been struck by lightning 10 times. And they have, you know, they're not saying he's lying, they have reports, and he's been to the hospital. He says being struck by lightning is similar to being nuked in a microwave. The Seneca resident says the lightning hits you like a freight train, and it makes you lose control over your body. Nothing I didn't expect. So he's been hit 10 times. They said he would be the record holder. They have to get Guinness involved, because till then, until now, the record holder has been struck 7 times. By lightning. Now there has to be, don't you think there has to be something in you that attracts?
That you're getting, no, it's just where you happen to be.
10 fucking times?
He's going to the same places. People are creatures of habit, man.
Yeah, but
he's doing the same things. He hasn't changed. Whatever his routine is what you need to look at, I think.
You think that's what it is? I mean, I think you could have a lightning storm. You could be in a lightning storm every day and probably never get hit 10 times.
Yeah.
You know, like
there's that too.
I mean, unless he's like a flagpole climber as a hobby or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't it, I think I saw something one time where it leaves like weird scarring or something.
Severe burns, they were saying that you don't even feel the burns when you get hit. It's afterwards when you lay on the ground. That's when you feel like these burns.
Yeah.
And it's usually where the exit wound is, because the electricity goes in you, but it also has to come out of you. And this is where it comes out is where the most damage gets done.
What are you doing?
Really? I'll Speaking of external cameras that we need, I got a story coming up for that.
That guy needs an internal camera.
His internal brain. He said it's like grabbing an electrical cord. And here he goes. He says you don't feel the burns until it's over with. It cooks you from the inside out like being in a microwave, and you've got a hurting in your bones. Repeated strikes have left Roberts to suffer from memory loss, headaches, speech problems, and other health problems. He says that he gets really bad headaches, and he sees dead people. And that could be from the brain trauma.
Yeah.
You know, being struck by lightning 10 times
That
will
is
make you see some shit.
definitely brain trauma.
Now, he was struck, and that's what he said after he was struck for the 7th time back in 2012. So in the last 2 years, he's been hit 3 more times.
Jesus.
Like, you know, and if you include that date as the beginning, that's 4 times in 2 years.
I don't know, man.
That's fucking insane, dude. Like, even if you're a creature of habit, I mean...
Yeah.
And to hit you, not people around you. I mean, most people are probably smart enough to get indoors when there's a lightning strike.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I would stay indoors.
Yeah, if I were him, move or something.
I would have done that after the 2nd time.
I'd move to freaking Arizona or somewhere where they hardly ever get rain.
Right.
So there'll be no lightning on me. So let me skip ahead then, because I'm sure we're bound to yell at more people before we get to the end.
Yeah, it seems like that kind of day.
Okay, so we always talk about getting external cameras. When we found something that we need, it would be fucking awesome.
Okay.
We don't have the funds for it.
Yeah.
We're going to have to get crowdfunded or something. But there is a Kickstarter going on right now for a drone. Okay? It's called the AirDog. It's an auto-follow drone for use with GoPro cameras. It's a quadcopter, and it links to an air leash. What it is, and it's something you can either wear on your helmet if you're wearing a helmet, or as a bracelet. And this fucking thing follows you around and records you from above.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no way that could keep up with the car as it's going now.
I'll get into that. The let's see. So it follows you via long-range Bluetooth from up to 1,000 feet away. The AirDog apparatus itself is an agile, foldable quadcopter with a GoPro camera mount and built-in gimbal to stabilize its footage and keep its subject in frame. And it says even at 40 miles an hour, this thing just keeps a steady, still picture of you the whole time. It can withstand rain, extreme heat, and cold without faltering or falling behind. The AirDog syncs with its air leash flawlessly enough that even takeoff and landing are autonomous. It can take off and land by itself. It will follow you either to the end of your track, or if the battery's running low, it knows how far it's gone, it heads back to the start. So at least you know where to pick it up. Let's see, the air leash component, designed to be a more precise tracker than a smartphone, is waterproof and computerized to send signals to the AirDog indicating its wearer's movement trajectory. It has 6 different auto-follow or follow-me modes, such as precise mimicry. So if you go like this, you know, it'll go like that, keeping the camera on you the whole time. It also has a feature where you can take it someplace one time and tell it, okay, go that way, and you drive wherever, but it keeps the camera on you the whole time.
Yeah, it'd be great for this section here. We just have somebody, you know, have it go back to the office every time.
Yeah.
Just have somebody get it.
Have someone pick it up. Shit. It has a thing where you can tell it to circle you the whole time. So it circles, keeps the camera on you. You can also go to one spot and tell it to go up in the air and just look down. No matter where I go, I just want you looking down.
Right.
To get a direct overhead shot. They were asking for their Kickstarter, they were asking $200,000 was their goal. They are currently at $1.3 million. And because of that, they didn't just say, okay, well, we got more money and we're going to bank it. They started adding different features to make it better, like some of those different things. One of the things they added to it was manual flight. So you got an app on your smartphone and you can control it.
Oh, cool.
So you're like, I like the shot, but I want you over here now. Another thing they added was obstacle avoidance, because that's what I was thinking. We go through the city, friggin' lights, wires, whatever. You tell it what area you want it to map out, and they have it mapped out. You download it to your phone, and then it knows. So even if you tell it, like, follow me, and it can't, it avoids things and then gets back on track. Here's the problem we would have. The fastest it can go is 40 miles an hour right now.
It'd be perfect for here, though.
It'd be perfect for here. And this is all we need it for, really. I mean, sometimes we need it a little further.
Yeah, the highway's boring, though.
This is the best stuff right here until we get to the bridge. The max battery time is 20 minutes of flight time. But again, perfect for here. To buy one, they cost $1,500.
Not perfect.
Not perfect. But not unobtainable either, you know what I mean?
It's not terrible.
You know, shit, we can get stuff going, get ourselves a freaking drone, but such good shots. I mean, and if we're complaining at somebody, we could edit back to the
to that point,
the pullback shot, and
look at this guy.
Look at this fucking guy. You see the whole fucking thing too. Instead of worrying about did the external camera get it? Did we have it on the person at the side? You'd have the whole fucking thing.
You'd see him pulling out, or
that would be awesome. That would be fantastic. I fell in love when I saw this thing. When it has a battery inside of it, it only weighs 4 pounds. It can withstand winds up to 26 miles an hour. So that thing's pretty, sturdy, pretty durable.
Yeah.
Any kind of weather, man, it'd be awesome shots, like in the rain, snow.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what we do. We have it follow us, and then we have John pick it up at his at his building.
We can set that as the destination to go back to.
Yeah. He just walks down the elevator and picks it up. Oh, man.
Are you fucking serious? See?
You know it.
Our drones would be showing you right now that a bridge in front of us is about to raise.
Why every day with this bridge
fucking day. But we have no drones. Cock-sucking motherfuckers.
We need drones.
Alright, so let's check out what happened on this day a long time ago.
This could be the whole episode right here.
Yeah, we're not moving, folks. This is now an office. We have a studio.
I just got the thing back, so it's all.
Oh, look at that!
I know.
It's like studio and everything.
Yeah.
Man. Shit, that was quick.
Yep. Took a day.
Wow.
Amazon, man.
Gotta like that Amazon Prime.
I do.
Alright, so July 30th, 1965, Lyndon B. Johnson signs Medicare into law, providing hospital and medical insurance for Americans 65 or older. Funded by the federal government, paid in part by payroll taxes, Medicaid providing coverage to certain low-income people was also added this day by Johnson. Both Medicare and Medicaid are amendments to the Social Security Act. So did they both come out at the same time, Medicare and Medicaid?
Yeah, same day.
Same day? Yeah. Wow. That's interesting. I'm glad I pay into that every friggin' week.
And you'll never see it done.
I'll never be able to use it. Thank you, government. Thank you, Johnson.
Yeah.
July 30th, 1971, Yoshimi Ichikawa, pilot of Japanese F-86 Sabre jet fighter, collides with Nippon Airways Flight 58. That was a Boeing 727. Two fighter jets were not equipped with radar. Really?
Yeah, the Sabre. It's an old jet fighter from like the end of World War II and the Korean War and stuff. They're really old. But yeah, they didn't have radar, and this guy was the student, and there was like a teacher, and they were both flying together, and just crashed into that plane.
He only had a few hours of flying experience. He was able to eject.
Yeah.
He said, eject.
Yeah, he ejected, but everybody else on the Boeing, they died. It crashed into a mountain.
162 people.
Yep.
Wow. He was tried for involuntary manslaughter, but was acquitted.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if you can blame him for that.
Yeah, I mean, jet without radar, things going at that speed.
You only have a few
hours of flight training. They put you in the jet to begin with.
Yeah, they're at fault, not.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Not Yoshimi Ichikawa. If I have another kid, I'm naming him that.
Yoshimi Ichikawa.
Yoshimi Ichikawa, for real. All right, we hear you. July 30th, 1619, in Jamestown, Virginia, the House of Burgesses, the first elected assembly in America, convenes in the town's church. Damn, 1619.
Yep.
The first laws passed by the assembly include the requirement to sell tobacco for 3 shillings per pound. So it's 24 US cents per shilling.
Mm-hmm.
So you're paying 72 cents for a pound of tobacco. Damn. Prohibitions of gambling, drunkenness, idleness, and mandatory observance of the Sabbath. Man, they were fucking laying down the law in 1619, weren't they?
Yeah, House of Burgesses.
Wow. The prohibition of gambling, wow. It seems like that would have come much later. Drunkenness, I guess, but even then it seemed like they would just be like, just gay, Bill, go home.
Well, you figure at the time too, like it wasn't a group of just, just anybody. Like there were people specifically came over there to farm like tobacco.
Okay.
They were like basically like if you were hired by like a tobacco company to go somewhere and plant tobacco and grow tobacco, and that's all you did was take care of that stuff there. That's kind of what they were. I mean, they were citizens still, but actually the Burgesses means citizens in old English.
Idleness?
Idleness. Yeah, see, it's your job to be there.
Wow.
So.
And mandatory observance of the Sabbath. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, how about it?
Do whatever you want.
So you need the drone a little further.
Yeah. That doesn't happen that often. But
No. Still, the drunkenness has me. Like, I just didn't think they'd make it a thing back then. I mean, Christ, even growing up, if they pulled someone over for drinking and driving, the cops would just be like, look, how far away are you from home?
You had to get to the horse.
Oh, you had to get to the Gold Club. All the way from PA. Enjoy your dinner. Cocksucker. I'd be jealous, but that's not even a real strip club.
No.
Can't get naked. What kind of strip club is that? That's a fucking bikini fashion show. That's all that
bikini
is.
Club?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's girls in bikinis. Do you? Go to the beach, it's free, motherfucker.
Right.
God.
Barely have to pay for parking.
I understand in December you need your fix.
Right.
You go there, but it's fucking summertime. We live an hour from any beach in the,
Mm-hmm.
up and down the coast. Alright, so a group of fashion-conscious criminals in India allegedly went after a retired soldier and assaulted him because he refused to shave off his mustache. The crooks allegedly went after the former military man and demanded that he get rid of his prized possession because it was a challenge to their authority. They said, this is a quote, "Don't try to intimidate us with your mustache." This is like a bad sci-fi movie, Don't try to intimidate us with your mustache. Get them removed soon or we will root them out. They will root them out.
Wow.
When he refused, the gang of outlaws chopped off his left ear with a knife.
What?
They chopped off his ear because he refused to shave his mustache.
Wow.
Because he was intimidating them with his mustache.
Yeah.
This is like, look, I'm not shaving it. Motherfucker, just cut off his ear.
man.
Adding insult to injury, the criminals thrashed the man before taking off.
But they didn't shave his mustache.
They didn't shave his mustache. Maybe they were like, we'll be back! We'll be back for the mustache removal. The ex-trooper was treated at a local government hospital. The police have identified the criminals involved in the attack and are conducting raids to nab them. So said the local police officer. So.
There's something about that, though, too. Like, it's... In certain countries, like, that's part of the police uniform is to have a mustache.
To have a mustache?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I know around here, they prefer... All you can have is a mustache if you're a cop. Mm-hmm. Nothing more than that, because they don't want to have too many identifying things. They don't want criminals to be able to identify you, you know, out of uniform. That's where everyone kind of looks the same.
Mm-hmm.
But, fucking man, McDonald's was the same way. When I worked there in high school, you couldn't have any facial hair.
Oh, yeah?
None. I was like, what the
Yeah.
Suck my ass. Now you're allowed to, but they have like those beard bibs on, you know, and look all fucking, I'd shave just for that.
Yeah, you might as well just shave it.
Come on, man. You can't be cool doing that.
Not worth it.
Your friends come in, you're wearing a fucking beard bib. Hey, guys.
I can't talk to you like that.
yeah. Who are you? I don't know you, sir. Can I see a manager? You're harassing me. Go make your fries. Okay, an Australian airline apologized on Wednesday for a warning a flight attendant gave passengers who might have been flying high that there were drug sniffer dogs awaiting them at the Sydney airport. Many of the 210 passengers aboard the Jetstar flight from Gold Coast City on Sunday night had attended the Splendor in the Grass Weekend Music Festival at Byron Bay, and they were all returning home. So the flight attendant says, we have been told there are sniffer dogs and quarantine officers waiting in the domestic terminal. He said, if you need to dispose of anything you shouldn't have, we suggest you flush it now. Well, after saying that, more than half of the plane got up and rushed to the bathrooms.
What? Oh, man.
Yes. They said everyone got up on the plane, like more than half the people, all carrying stuff in their hands, and rushed to the bathroom.
And she was just kidding?
And there was no. It was legit.
Oh.
So they said they were all just throwing it in the toilet. It would flush. They're throwing it in, chucking it. There was like a line for some people were waiting in line to use the restroom. So the airline said it routinely makes quarantine announcements on such flights that cross the state borders. Right. So they let you know that there's quarantine warning, and this person just went ahead and said a little too much.
Right.
Because it was the way they said it. They're not coming down on the flight attendant at all. They said, you know, it was just a misspeak, but everyone on board happened to have drugs.
With them on the plane.
On the plane. They said the crew members' words were poorly chosen and are plainly at odds with the professional standards we'd expect from our team. We apologize to customers offended by the comments. One passenger told the newspaper about the whole ordeal. The response on Jetstar's Facebook page was largely positive. So everyone that was on the plane was saying, what a good Samaritan that Australian guy is. He deserves a promotion. The other guy said, of course you should warn your passengers to help avoid them being humiliated, locked in a cage, or fined. Like you give a fuck about customers that much. Yeah, we care about you because you brought drugs on our plane. Alright, we got one more story in here. Just days after a passing helicopter spotted a giant hole in northern Siberia, 2 more mysterious holes have been discovered in the region.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
Scientists have yet to explain the first curious crater, and now they have more work on their hands. One of the newly discovered holes was spotted by reindeer herders on the Yamal Peninsula, where the first hole was spotted. It resembles the first hole and has a diameter of nearly 50 feet. And did you see pictures of these holes? Mm-hmm. Dude, they're like fucking perfect circles.
Yeah.
You know? Herders also spotted the second newfound hole, hundreds of miles northeast in the Krasnoyarsk region. It measures about 13 feet across. First, scientists suspected the hole was formed when melting permafrost triggered an explosion of methane gas, but that's been debunked when an icy lake was found at the bottom of the 230-foot deep hole.
Yeah.
50 by 230.
Yep.
That's insane, dude. So they said undoubtedly we need to study the formations simply so we can predict their occurrence of happening again. In the meantime, other possible explanations have been offered, from a meteor impact to a collapsed heap of soil-covered ice. I don't know. I'm going with some crazy alien story on that one.
Yeah.
I think so. I have
Just
to.
default to the.
Well, they were perfect circles, man. You know? However, what's this fucking guy?
He's got a black plate. That's his lane.
I'm sorry. That's his personal lane.
Yeah.
Look at him, man. Fucking. Being near Russia, they do have their fair share of meteors.
Yeah.
You know?
Almost every dash cam has caught 50 of them within the past couple of years.
So, alright, I'll go with meteors. I would want to know, though, if it goes straight down. Because I would say that wouldn't be a meteor. Because they always tend to be
Well, a meteor impact would be a crater. I mean, it wouldn't be...
And these weren't craters.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a shaft.
So it's not a meteor.
No.
Icy covered dirt that collapsed 230 feet in a perfect circle.
Yeah, I don't know. It depends.
Even sinkholes usually are, they're not perfect circles.
Yeah.
So I'd be interested to follow up on that and see what they find out about it.
I don't know. Some kind of collapsed underground structure is what I would think. Some kind of... I don't know, because all that, whatever was in between can't just have disappeared. It had to have collapsed down into something or on something.
But they didn't say they found a lot of dirt or anything. They found...
Yeah, the one they found a lake or whatever at the bottom.
They could have gone, if it was heavy and ice covered, it could have sank maybe.
There's all kinds of different types of mining and stuff that people do. I mean, they mine out all kinds of oil and natural resources and stuff. That leaves big caverns worth of, area to collapse. And a cylinder like that, it seems like some kind of mining to me, but I don't know where those are located.
They could be wells. They could be old wells that they just cover up, and it could be the soil. Yeah, the soil fucking went.
Yep.
Because a well would be pretty much a perfect circle.
Down to a water source.
Yeah, right. So, all right, I'm going with well. I changed my story from aliens to well.
But it's probably out in the middle of nowhere, so it can't be.
Yeah, fucking reindeer herders, fam. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I guess you never know. Long time ago, because it's got to be old as fuck.
Yeah. For it to just have collapsed recently and be noticed now.
Right. All right. Well, I think that does it for us today.
Yeah.
Make sure you like and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube. Check out our website, tocommute.com, TWOcommute.com. Follow us on Twitter @DriverPassenger and send us an email at thecommutepodcast@comcast.net. Hope to see you soon.